Hey, this is Aaron, and today I'm in a 2020 Mazda CX-30. This is in the premium package with the all-wheel drive. This is a wonderful, wonderful little compact SUV. If you remember this from before, that's because I have talked about this before. I went to California last year and drove this when it first launched and was highly impressed with the stereo. Such a great stereo in this vehicle. The audio system is just perfectly done. That's because they literally designed the car around the stereo. Now, they didn't sit down and go, okay, here's the perfect Bose system. How do we build the car around that? But they did make fundamental changes to the vehicle's design in order to accommodate better audio. And that really, really pays off. You can drive around in this with the stereo cranked, and you will just be amazed. You won't hear the road. You're not going to hear other things. You're just going to hear that music, and you're going to hear every detail of it. So you'll start learning about audio compression and why I can't play this audio on YouTube and show you how awesome it is, because you can't capture it. And if you could, once you put it on YouTube, it's going to sound like crap anyway because it's been compressed 2 or 3 times. So the point is, you have to experience it. That's the only way to get it. They put the tweeters high. They mounted, instead of mounting the mid-range in the door, they mounted them into the frame of the body instead, which creates better resonance and keeps that hum from the doors, that you hear. That doesn't happen in this because it's not mounted in the doors, which are looser than the actual body frame. There's just lots of that sort of thing that went into the thinking and the design of this. So it's a beautiful Bose system in this. Now, the rest of the vehicle, very pretty. I really like the look of the CX-30. Really good looking. Follows the what do they call it? Kodo. Follows the design elements of most of the Mazda lineup. Has a very, very nice look. This has a 2.5-liter engine under the hood. It's the Skyactiv engine. It is producing 186 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque, and that runs through a 6-speed automatic transmission. That transmission, this has paddle shifting. You can control it, but it is a beautiful match. The two go together really, really well. Also, I would like to point out, this is one of the few cars that I've been in where sport mode actually causes things to happen. When you put it in sport mode, the throttle becomes very, very touchy. It allows you to really control how much speed you're going to get out of the car, and the transmission, of course, becomes more aggressive in shifting. It just actually makes a change. Normally, sport mode mostly just makes you think that maybe there's something more happening, but other than the light changing on the dashboard, you don't really feel much. This, you definitely tell a difference. So very well done. Interior is nice. Good, big, roomy for the size of the car. Good size cargo space behind that. You can sit 3 across in the back, but with adults, they're going to be really squeezed kind of tight, because even with my 3 kids, they're kind of crammed. Not terrible, but not perfect. This is a compact size car. So 2 adults in the back, easy. More legroom than you would expect as well. So nicely done there. I really like the layout. I like the look of the car. I like the layout of the steering wheel. It's a very European sports look feeling steering wheel. So it just feels really good in your hands and looks really good. And then the controls are easy to understand, very quick. They minimize controls on the dash, which normally sucks because that means they put everything on the infotainment screen. But instead of doing that, they put everything just in a more compact, faster layout. So it's just easier to use, takes up less space. It does have a command knob for the infotainment, but the command knob is not terrible. This is one of the better systems for that. Some of it because it's just more limited. It doesn't have a whole lot that it can do. So nicely done car. There are some things I don't like. I don't like having the volume knob right next to the front seat passenger. It tends to get bumped and knocked, and it tends to get accidentally used. That's not a good thing. The head-up display does not give a whole ton of information. It's mostly just going to show you the speed that you're going. It really doesn't show you much after that. You can add one or two things here and there, but not much. Also, the center instrument gate cluster does not sync with the nav, so you have no indication on your cluster or really on your head-up display when something's happening on the navigation. You have to look at that screen. That's a little bit of an annoyance. If you're going to have these elements, you should have those things going back and forth. So little things like that, but those are annoyances. Those aren't deal breakers in this vehicle. Everything about this vehicle is great otherwise. So really well done. Mazda did a wonderful job. You're looking at about $31,370 delivered for this full package. This is the highest end. I don't think there's one or two options this doesn't have that you can add on, and that's it. This is about as top of the line as it gets for this. Starting price for this is much lower than that. There you go. That's what I got. 32 miles a gallon. It will do that all day. 27 miles to gallon is the combined rating for this. I rarely see combined ratings pan out in the real world because none of us drive exactly how the EPA tests. But you will get that 32 miles a gallon on the highway all day long if that's what you want. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort to achieve it. Around town mileage is at 25. I've been getting less than that, but that's normal for me. I normally do not get anywhere near what the EPA says you're going to get for city mileage. So I've been average overall. I've been at just not quite 25 mpg in this. So pretty well done. I like the vehicle, the 2020 Mazda CX-30. Very well done. That's what I got. So there you go. Talk to you again soon.